Welcome to Radio Works. This is your forever host, Kim, and I'd like to welcome you to my show this morning. So I'm here with Marina this morning, and I promised last week that I would talk about the beauty show that I've been to this week and tell you about the latest and greatest innovations for keeping us looking younger. So, good morning, Marina, and welcome.
Good morning, Kim. I'm so happy to be here with you this morning. And you know what? That book, your first book, Forever Young, is something I carry with me. And I gave one of your books to one of my friends, and she carries the book with her. Everywhere we go, we carry the book, simply because for me is the sugar-free Bible. Each time I have any cravings for sugar, I just open the book and I read again, and I know it by heart. So I'm so grateful to be here with you this morning, and I feel so excited for Radio W.O.R.K.S. World. Today is Friday, but it's not only Friday, it's Adventure Friday. So I can't wait to see where you are taking us next.
Yeah, so I did go to the beauty show. I haven't been to the aesthetic show yet. I'm going to that this afternoon. But the beauty show was on Sunday and Monday, and I went on the Monday and looked around. It's not the biggest beauty show of the year. The biggest one's normally in February, and I will be going to that too. I'll go to all of them because I'm an addict and I like to know what's going on in the world. So so I went down there, and it was a whole sea of gel nails. This year, everything was all about the what they call soak-off gel nails, which are not particularly about skin, but actually most of us like a bit of colour in our life occasionally, and it's really nice to have a nice set of nails. So I did have a look at them, and there's some really beautiful ones currently around. So the gel nails, just in case anybody doesn't know, that are normally painted on, and they build them up, and they're not actually polished. They're more like a builder, and you can add extensions on. But soak-off gels are not like that. Soak-off gels are more like a regular polish, but you paint them on, and then you set them under a lamp, the same as you would with gels or acrylics, and they leave a very high gloss finish, which normally lasts about a week. And they're really nice to have because they don't damage the nail bed too badly, and you can go afterwards, you can soak them off, and you can get another colour done. So they're brilliant for people who like to change the colour regularly. And what I saw this year in abundance were these beautiful powders that you paint on that make them iridescent, and you can get them so that it changes the colour from white to purple, black to purple, all kinds of different greens and golds and silvers. Very shiny and beautiful for the upcoming Christmas season. So I didn't buy any of those because that's not what I don't offer nails at all, but that was quite exciting, and I might think about having those done for the next big posh event that I go to.
For sure, I was thinking what color is going to be your dress at the Authors Award ceremony.
Oh gosh, I'm not sure yet.
So we are just looking into all the details, and who is coming and who's who, and it's going to be fabulous. And I'm so grateful you brought this topic in, because I'm fascinated by something that is easily done and lasts you longer than you expect. So yes, I think everybody should learn about this new magic beauty trick and go for it. It's so easy to do changes that enhance your the way you feel, because when you look good, you feel good. And I think what we are missing in our lives is not what we don't have, but what we don't look after, what we don't maintain. And that's something I learned from you.
Yeah, I mean, gel nails have been around maybe 5 years now, but these soak-off gels, but the shine, the polishing, the powders, this is the first time I've seen them in such abundance in so many different colours. So I think they'll be available in quite a lot of salons around when people go, ready for the Christmas season. I think it will be lovely. I think we'll see some really amazing nails this year, and yeah, I think that's it's really lovely to do some kind of enhancement like that that just makes us feel a bit that we're adding a bit of sparkle to our life. I think that uplifts our spirits, and anything that kind of makes us smile or warms our heart is always good for you. I think it helps to keep you feeling younger and healthier. So yeah.
So
So
tell me how you felt at the award ceremony Sunday. What was in your heart? How you felt in that room were people from 9 countries, and there were stories from 5 continents, and all that greatness, all that energy. How that made you feel?
it was astonishing, Marina. The speakers that you had, some of them were world-class speakers. Forrest Willett brought me to tears, literally tears. I didn't have tissues with me. I should remember to fetch tissues, and I didn't have tissues with me, and I had streaming tears down my face for half of his talk. It was ridiculous. He was absolutely amazing and very moving, and really, really taught me a lot. It was Forrest that obviously, because I mentioned the 12 hugs earlier this week, it's Forrest that said that, talked about the 12 hugs, and he's written a book about it. And yeah, I'm going to be laying my hands on that book because I want to know about those hugs.
So I'm going to make the invitation to Forrest to join us for the Authors Award ceremony in December 21st, 22nd this year. And I'm going to make sure we have plenty of tissues. Each table is going to have a big bag because everybody was saying, "What are the tissues? What tissues?" You know, everybody's crying with joy, and it's such a triumph of human spirit, and I think deserves to be celebrated. And you, Kim, you are going to launch your book at the Authors Award ceremony. So I'm very excited about that. That's for sure.
So am I, Marina. Very excited about that.
I know you committed yourself to this journey, and in the last week you've been recording the content for the book each evening at very unsocial hours. And I know how hard you are working, but that shows me how passionate you are and how much you want other people to learn these little spoons of happiness and take it and take it anytime you want it, because it's all about your new habits. What defines you as a person is not the habit you already formed and must be counterproductive most of the time, but the ability to think differently, the ability to look at life with a fresh pair of eyes. And this is exactly what you are teaching us. And I can't thank you enough for sharing with our listeners your passion for being and feeling forever young.
Oh, thank you. I think in terms of habits, you said that a lot of them are bad, but actually we can form some really, really good habits. Good habits to form are, apart from eating healthily and taking exercise, also making sure that we have a good sleep routine and a good skincare routine as well. So there are some brilliant habits we can form, and habits don't really take that long to form. If you do something every day, then I think it's around 21 days to form a habit. It's not massively long. That's only 3 weeks, less than a month. So we can really make massive improvements. If we spend a year working on a new habit every month, that's 12 new habits were formed at the end of the year, probably massively better than we were at the beginning of the year.
Wow.
It's
So
just
I'm sure that
remembering all those things.
I'm sure that for most of our listeners and everybody who join us on the red carpet at the Radio Wars World Awards in London, the next big habit is going to be 12 hugs.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to do that. I've been trying
Yes,
to
yes.
make sure that I hug my
I
family.
think it's nothing more powerful than a hug.
Yeah, it makes you feel so much better when you have a hug. You feel enveloped in the warmth of another human being, and that's amazing. Or a pet. We can hug our pets. Pets are amazing. I know you've got another speaker who talks about pets and the power of pets, haven't you?
Yes, yes, actually, she's brilliant. I can't wait for her to come back from Canada. It's Mary Beth Haynes, and she created a community of people who love pets, and not only that they love pets, but they carry them in their heart. And that's something so unique, because most people won't talk about it. They will feel is not something they could share. But actually, the sacred secret of living your life with purpose is sharing the good news. Like yourself, Kim, you come here and you bring good news. And the same with that old soldier who was running all the way from Marathon to Athens to deliver the good news. And he was so wounded, but yet he made it. And the good news was something that was good for everyone, something that changed the lives of everyone, and in Athens. And this is what we want to do. The war is over. And that's the news. That's the good news. The war on yourself is over. You have to decide that it's the best time now to stop the war on yourself, to cherish yourself, to celebrate yourself, to create those great habits that help you feel human again. It's so much trauma around us, and somehow people are focusing on dramatic news, and I don't understand why. For me, is something that I could never understand. Why would we talk about somebody who was stabbed next door, and not talk about what you accomplished today, or what your friends or family created? And there are great news. There are great news all over. It's just a bad habit of focusing on bad news. And
Yeah.
coming back to what Forrest Willett said, is he nobody could never say it better. Humankind, be both.
We both. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah. So, but in terms of skincare, if I go back to the beauty show briefly, the one thing that was in abundance, which is relatively new, are that a few years back, well, some probably 10 years or so back, what came onto the market was LED lamps, and these were normally on a big pedestal, and they had a kind of like a roof shape that would be placed reflecting over the client's face, and they came in different colours. So there were colours that red's very good for helping reduce redness and helping signs of aging. Then there's blue, which is very antibiotic and very good for people that have kind of acne and things like that. And then there are others that are good for helping reduce pigmentation and fine lines and wrinkles, and depending which colour you've got under, different things can change on your skin. So some of them are soothing, some of them help to rebuild our collagen, and others just help our skin to get back to its good state in other ways. The one for acne is particularly useful. a lot of people have had really good benefits from that one. So these are really good tools for people to have in their salons, but they were enormous and took up masses of space, and also cost £16,000. So there weren't masses of salons that could afford to put one of these tools into them, into their rooms, because they're just so expensive and took up so much space. So in the last few years, I've seen some of the much smaller ones coming down, and now there are very small ones that you can that people can have. They'll fit in a cupboard. They can just pop on top of the couch when somebody's finished having their facials. Those ones tend to be very, very powerful, the same power as the big ones, and have all of the same lights. But also, I saw masses and masses of ones that were made into masks. So they looked a bit like, I guess, what American people would think of as a baseball mask. I don't know. But you could see there were lights behind them. And the lights, again, they're in the same different colours. These come in different wavelengths and things, so they could be just as effective as the big ones. Some of them, the cheaper ones, probably a bit less effective, but they're really, really good for our skin health, these lights. And I think you'll find that they'll gradually be introduced into our local salons when we've had a facial. So quite often when we get to the part where we normally have the face mask on, I think that these lights might be either put on instead of a face mask or over a face mask if we've got the clear gel kinds. So that's an exciting innovation that I think you may be seeing a lot more of in the high streets, to help rejuvenate and keep us looking younger and healthier for longer. So yeah, so that's exciting news, but probably not as exciting as the hugs for me.
So today you are going to create the next chapter of your book, of your upcoming book.
I am.
And we need just a couple of more hours of recording your content. And then we're ready to go. How is the book cover coming up?
The book cover's being worked on. I've got the picture for it, and I may do some work on the picture. But I've got a very talented young man who's going to help me with my book cover, and he's just working on some ideas and things at the moment. I think it won't be very dissimilar from my last book cover because we're making a series, but actually I think because I'm writing my second edition of my first book as well. I don't know if I told you this.
Wow, that's exciting.
My first book coming out as well. And so I think the cover on that may change up a little bit as well to give it a nice fresh new look. And then all of the books that I've got in my series in mind will all have the same kind of look and feel to them. So
wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
So you are a serial author, award-winning author. Now you have a broadcasting series, and soon enough you'll be a winning radio host, award-winning radio host. So there's so much happening in your life, and I know how much passion you allocate. It's like if you think of the memory on your computer, multiply that 1,000 of how much passion you allow to build up in your heart, and you don't just keep it there for yourself as the best kept secret anymore, as you used to do before. Now you share it with the world. So what are you going to share with us next Friday?
So next Friday, I'm going to share with you, because I was going to do it last Friday, but we couldn't do the show after all, because the previous people were so impassioned and enjoying their talk so much that their show ran over. So we didn't do our show last week on the Friday. So I said, well, I'd carry on doing the one about what I'd found at the beauty show this week because it's new this week, and that next week I would do what I was going to do last week, which is talk about beauty sleep.
Wow. Oh, I want to hear that. That's for sure. After the awards, we had so much excitement, even more than before the awards. So I think I had very little sleep. Each night I have like 4 hour and a half the most. But I met so many people, and everybody wants to start their own show. They want to start writing their books. And I wish I could be a multi-me, so I could be everywhere for everyone. But this is what we are working on, Kim. So everybody, each one of our radio hosts could help others create the same experience. And we are working now with people from over 100 countries. So it's a big project. Bear with us for our listeners, but very soon we are going to launch a new series which are from various countries around the world. So right now there are 30 countries, and now we have another 67 people from another 67 countries who are signing up. So we are looking to everybody's story and working really, really hard to bring it to you. From both of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.